New DLC includes some new crops like onions. I'm hoping to see a Colossus update for that. That sounds like it's going to be something else to try and work on onions with a regular potato harvester. It's going to take forever the way they've designed it from the looks of things. I'm not looking forward to the forever projects like that. Looking forward to, well, getting things done in an efficient manner. Maybe a little unrealistic, but it works. So I do have the Year 1 Season Pass courtesy of a friend of mine, Sid. He bought it for me when we first got the game, so that we could play together without worrying about one of us having stuff and the other not, or, missing out on something. And that's kind of the big thing with games nowadays is, you get a new game and it comes with a DLC already set up, or a season pass or year pass, whatever. And then there's that fear of missing out if you don't have it. Well, I hate that part, where there's a fear of missing out. I miss the good old days where games came out as the whole game, not half a game and you buy extra. That's crazy. If you're going to release something with a game, release the whole thing together, one piece. That's why games like GTA appeal to me so much, because it was the whole game. And then when they did release new stuff, it's free. I don't play shoot 'em ups that much anymore. GTA is one of the exceptions to the rule. But I'll play things like this, or Roadcraft, or, stuff like that. And unfortunately, these do have that fear of missing out bit. I think the worst idea they've come up with, and yet the best marketing strategy, has to be those games that have the time-gated projects. Things like the expeditions on No Man's Sky, or the time-gated projects on Sea of Thieves. Like the latest thing they came out with. The season is 3 parts long, but part 1's over with. You can't go back to it. If you were out of town and couldn't play it, too bad. If you didn't have time or didn't have people to play with, too bad. Yes, the content is capable of being played solo, probably on a sloop, maybe a brigantine at the most, but you're not going to have a good time at it, because you're going to spend more time fighting bad guys than finishing the project, and then you get raided by some crew of nobodies that, or randoms that decide your boat looks tasty. Because they've got an open crew galleon of players where 2 of them are sitting there in the crow's nest staring at each other until they lag out. Because they don't actually want to play the game, they just load it up for the points. It's a Game Pass game. So there's always that. Well, I'd say we put a good amount into this thing. It's not doing too bad. I'm going to skip a row so that I have some space to turn around. And I'll come back and get those rows. Like I said before, there's going to be extra in the harvest. I'm not sure I want to keep or whether I want to sell it. Maybe I will keep it. There's absolutely no productions on the whole map. That's a thing in here. I mean, there's a sawmill. That's it. There's not that much logging. It's wide open map. And this next couple of rows should be nice and short anyway, so that'll work out. Obviously, we're not filling this thing up to capacity. It's got quite a bit more to go. But just to put it in perspective, I'll look at the prices on red beets. Well, we're not at the bottom end of the market. There's only one place to sell them. But they do top out a bit heavier than today's price. About 50 bucks per thousand. Actually, a bigger line than I thought it was going to be. It works. We are getting closer to done with this. I have to go and check on our guy. I know I'm not going heavy on the roleplay in this series, or in this particular file. I'm just playing. That gets that row. I'm going to flip around and dig in from down here on these rows. By my estimate, we should see about 30% of the tank. Oop, picked up something from the other field. Whoops. Maybe we'll leave it running and see how much we can nab out of their field. Just add to this number. And normally this harvester would have been way filled up already. Long time ago. That added capacity definitely helps. Alright, well, if you can hear some background sound, my wife has the TV volume up a little bit. I don't know if it's coming through because I don't have a party active to see the overlay. There we go, she's turned it off. Okay, well. I hope that didn't come through for too much. So I know previously my streams have been kind of long and makes for long videos on YouTube because I don't edit them. Any donations into the channel may include getting some editing software back in the house, as we currently don't have any actively. I know there's freebies out there. That's fine and dandy and fine, but we found one that we like. And it's not a paid advertisement for them because somebody around here hasn't reached out to the company making the program to see if she can get an endorsement out of them or anything, but I mentioned the name of it is Filmora Wondershare. And I've dealt with one video editor in the past as a program went, and the freebie version leaves you with a watermark across the middle of your screen. So I hesitate to go after those freebies. I'd rather go back to the paid subscription one, but that's going to take some money before we can do that. See, Filmora Wondershare had that watermark when it was a freebie. And that just doesn't look nice on a YouTube video or something. So any donations into the channel are going to go into those technologies that we need to have for such things. Alright, well, we're not going to steal the neighbor's crop too much there. And then this is the destination right here. Nice and wide open, American style drop-off point. Not one of those covered ones. Although the covered ones would be really nice in the winter. Why did that not finish the contract? That's interesting.
Didn't want to?
We emptied the field. We delivered the stuff. Where's the money? That should have more than finished it. Okay. Yeah, the game's gonna cheat me. I'm gonna go empty the neighbor's field. And then if a contract comes up on it, it refills itself. How about that? Gotta love glitches in games. I don't know what in the world this thing is smoking, but fine. Have at thee. Unless this is... Ooh, I bet you this is part of that field. Wait. If we were to...
thinking operator error?
If we were trying to buy this place... Yeah, it's both halves. Why there's a separation between the two halves, I'll never understand. How interesting. It won't do GPS on this part either. So, here I thought I was hitting a neighbor's field as part of it. But it's not connected. Okay. Well, then that's why it didn't complete. That sounds like a map error. Whoever the mapper is, you need to fix that. If that's a separate field, it should have a separate field number. Very interesting. Now, red beets are not part of pig food, so I can't keep it for that purpose. When we get into something else like potatoes, that's a different subject.